Live from Easy Cage Studios in Eddyville, Kentucky. It's time for the Easy Cage Show. Tonight we break down the top 10 summer movies, and woohoo, that's something. Your hosts, Darth Easy and Rady Cage.
Why'd you woohoo it? Is this the worst summer movie season
This
ever?
is the worst top 10 we have done in recent memory.
All right, well, we'll see. I got a little bit. I thought at first, I was like, oh, this is crap, but then I ended up making a pretty decent-sized list, so.
Well, whatever makes you happy. So, anyways, I'm Darth Easy.
And I'm Rainy Cage.
And this is our top 10 summer movies. We did the top 10 anticipated movies at the beginning of summer, and we were full of zeal. We were full of our hope. We had a lot of hope in our minds, but yeah, and now we're here. So I'll explain how the show works as always. Once me and Randy Cage have set a topic, we'll go our separate ways and compile our own separate top 10s. I'll do my 10th through 8. He'll do his 10th through 8. I'll do my 7th through 6. He'll do his 7th through 6. Then we'll trade one apiece. Once we have compiled our own separate top 10s, we will create the shows between the two of us. And once again, I will refer to you to the punt rule. If a movie is one above, we can talk about it. If it's a movie couple down the road, we punt.
Gotcha.
So I'll let you
two or more.
I'll let you start this one off.
All right, let's do it. My number 10, I don't think you saw this summer, and it's Tully.
Nope.
I didn't figure you did. I couldn't remember, but it's Charlize Theron and Mackenzie Davis. It's about postpartum depression. Tully is the night nurse that Charlize Theron hires, her and her husband hire, because she's got one or two kids already, and then she's got a newborn. And she had some issues before when she had just had a baby. You know, she's stressed out and stuff. So what's crazy about this movie is it's a hardcore, like drama about postpartum depression. But there is just this insane M. Night level twist towards the end of the movie that just really, almost made you want to go back and watch the movie again, which was cool. And it's just really well acted. Charlize Theron is great in this as the new mom. And Mackenzie Davis, I'd seen her in other things like *Halt and Catch Fire*, but she was fantastic in this movie.
I'll pretend to know who that is.
It's this, I don't even know how to describe her. She's this skinny blonde girl. She's got really short hair. She's usually like a hacker or a punk rocker in movies and stuff. She's
Ruby Rose.
Kind of like that. But she hasn't been in a whole lot of movies. There was a couple I've seen her in. She was in The Martian. She was in there.
Is she the blonde?
Yes.
Okay, no.
Yeah. So
you should have let her do that.
But this has kind of felt like her breakout role. She was fantastic in this film, so I really liked it. You should check it out sometime.
All right.
It's on Netflix or something. My number 9 is Crazy Rich Asians.
That's a punt.
Figured.
Motherfucker.
All right, my number 8 is Black Klansman.
That's another punt.
All right, that's my 10 through 8.
All right, my number 10 is Ocean's 8.
That's not on my list.
Wow.
It's in my honorable mentions.
I mean, this movie, it could have been really terrible. It could have been the next Ghostbusters.
Definitely.
But this movie, one thing I liked about this movie was it wasn't a remake with just all women in it. It was actually, it felt like it was a member of the Ocean's family.
Definitely.
And this is if we think about it, this is actually the 5th movie of the Ocean's, I guess, franchise, because the original Ocean's 13 was back in the 60s with Frank Sinatra, then George Clooney. They remade the movie, and then this is the 4th movie of this franchise. And I liked how they used the women in the movie, where it wasn't just, let's just get 8 women together and we'll just call it that. Like, no, we choose women because women can blend in better than men can. Men make a lot more noise. Women can do these more thievery things. And I really like Sandra Bullock in it. I died for a second at the end. George Clooney was going to Sam Jackson in it. But and then also Anna Kendrick is so, not Anna Kendrick, Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway is so hot in this movie.
I mean, Anna Kendrick's hot too.
Well, not as hot as Anne Hathaway. But yeah, I love this movie, so.
I really enjoyed it too. It's in my honorable mentions. I like that they didn't beat you over the head with the girl power stuff. Like, it just, like you said, it felt natural in the movie. The cast was great. Awkwafina steals a lot of scenes in this movie. She's in it just for a little bit though. And Anne Hathaway's fantastic in this movie. She really, every scene she's in, you're like, holy crap. I never been that big of an Anne Hathaway fan, but she's great. I'm not even that big of a Sandra Bullock fan. I really like her in Gravity, but she's great in this movie too. So I really like the movie. I just didn't crack my top 10.
All right. My number 9 is Solo: A Star Wars Story.
That is going to be a punt.
That's what I figured. Mm-hmm. My number 8 is Sicario: Day of the Soldado.
That's in my honorable mentions.
Okay, I figured as much. Mm-hmm. I mean, this was my number 2 and most anticipated movie of the summer. Did I enjoy the movie? Absolutely. Was it as good as the original? No, but there were parts of the movie which I really, really enjoyed, especially at the beginning whenever you see all this terror stuff happen and you're just like, holy shit, we're in for something super good. But then the movie kind of switches gears halfway through the movie and becomes something else. Performances-wise, I mean, Josh Brolin had a hell of a summer with Infinity War, Deadpool, and then Sicario 2. So I thought he did good. Benicio del Toro, I mean, and then at the end, kind of creating this Sicario movie universe with kinds of other bodyguard characters. So I very much enjoyed Sicario: Day of the Soldado. What did you think?
I liked it. Like you said, the first half is really, really good. It's when they go the other route and when they try, you can tell they're kind of trying for the franchise and to leave it open for sequels when I started to be like, But I really like that it's super intense. That opening scene is like hardcore. And I like the little girl in this. I forget what her name is. She's been in like one other thing. But she was good. And Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin were fantastic in it. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as the first one, like you. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
All right, that's my 10 through 8.
All right, my number 7 is The Meg. Is your number 1, right, Punt? When I think pure summer fun, The Meg just kept moving up my list. It started off at like number 11. The more I kept thinking about it, I want to see this movie again. It's pure summer fun. Jason Statham is great in this film. Actually, the whole cast is. And I don't know. I'm just a sucker for water movies, but I really liked it. I had a blast. It's really funny. There's just one scene that keeps popping in my head where he's out in the ocean and he's got to do this crazy task, and he's out in the water and he's swimming and he goes, "Just keep swimming." He just starts singing or saying the same thing that Dory says in Finding Nemo. Oh my god, it was just so freaking hilarious. But yeah, and he does not punch the shark, which was going to be a negative for me, that he doesn't punch the shark. But he does something almost equally as cool, so I give him the pass. It's fun, and I hope we get a sequel from this movie. You didn't even go see this, did you? No. It's fun.
It looked terrible. I'm not into these stupid, dumb movies. It's just not my cup of tea. I'd rather sit at home and watch a old movie than watch Jason Statham with a shark movie. Hey, I'm Jason Statham. This is shark. We gotta stop it. We gotta go. And I'm not surprised it's in your list.
The visuals were good.
At least it's at number 7. So,
it's at number 7.
But then I'm gonna get pissed off in probably a few minutes. So go ahead.
You're crazy. It's when you think summer blockbuster, The Meg will pop in your head.
It's not a blockbuster. It's not making money.
Oh no, it's making a crap ton of money.
Well,
they got greenlit for a sequel. It's
made
way more than they thought it was going to. I don't know. Just because you don't like it, don't mean it ain't good. Number 6 for me.
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Okay.
This is my favorite animated movie of the summer. Saw 3 of them, I guess. Incredibles 2 and what was the other one? Oh, Hotel Transylvania 3. But yeah, I really like this movie. I almost didn't even go see this movie. This was in the Movie Pass was about to die days, and I thought, better go use my Movie Pass before it goes out. And I haven't never seen Teen Titans Go fully, not a full episode. And I was blown away by this. It's kind of like the PG DC Deadpool movie. Like, they make fun of other DC movies. They make fun of the Marvel Universe. You've got Nick Cage playing freaking Superman. And it's so funny because it's all the main DC characters that make fun of the Teen Titans like they're a joke and like they're not real superheroes. And the whole movie is about them trying to get their own movie. Because, like, Batman has a movie. Superman's we want our own movie. And it's just a lot of meta humor, but it's really, really funny. And I enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch it again. So this is my best animated movie of the year.
I just realized we're not going to have that much in common.
Yeah.
Since you just said that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't go see this movie just because I'd never seen the show, and the movie looked, and as your brother always said, it's Teen Titans for babies.
That's what I thought too.
So, but I'm probably not going to watch this anytime soon. So,
I think you should give it a try, man. I was doubting it too. All right, that is my 7 through 6.
all right, my number 7 is a movie starring an Asian character with a. Oh wait, you're thinking Crazy Rich Asians? No, I'm talking about To All the Boys I Loved Before.
Oh. All right, let's hear it.
This is a Netflix movie I watched last week, and I'll have to say this movie is actually really charming. It was actually a really good rom-com with the basic premise of it is the girl she has these letters to all the boys she's ever loved in her life, and somehow these letters get out, and she has to be a boyfriend. She has to act like she's a boyfriend of this guy so he can get his old girlfriend back. But it's like a coming of age story. It's got the cast is really good. The cast is really charming in this movie, and the movie made me smile from head to toe. And I've always crapping on Netflix movies.
I know.
And it could be a mix of the summer, which is so terrible, and this movie just I had to smile. And the movie also pays notions to 16 Candles and a lot of other John Hughes movies. So this is a very good romance movie, and like I said, I really really enjoyed this movie.
Did you watch this movie after or before Crazy Rich Asians?
I watched this movie after.
Okay, I watched this movie a couple nights ago, and I didn't like it. I felt like it was because there's another movie that Netflix just released a month ago, a rom-com, that I thought was so much better than this. And I just watched Crazy Rich Asians, which I thought was a really good rom-com. And this just it didn't feel real to me. And everybody's like a supermodel in it. They're supposed to be high school kids. Even the bad guy in this movie, the girl, is not very bad. She does like one bad thing. And
I like that because it felt realistic to me. Where
it did not feel realistic.
Well, it's the pettiness of high school, where she said, "You kissed the boy I always loved," and she didn't really think much about it. I mean, and this movie is based off a book which had a sequel, so they could technically explore that in a second.
I'm
book.
sure they will.
And I am impressed with the making of this movie because they didn't want to make the main girl Asian. They wanted to make her white. So I'm proud of they actually kept it to the source
I'm
material.
fine with that. I don't like how everybody looked like a supermodel. There's a weird Subway commercial right in the middle of the movie. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, they're like, you like my sub from Subway? I was like, what is this? She's drinking Subway out of a cup. I don't know. It just, you need to watch Set It Up.
I did.
It's way better than
No,
this
it's not.
movie. Oh, yes.
I didn't like it.
It's way better.
I watched it last night. Did not like that movie.
No.
I thought I didn't like the bosses that much. I thought the main guy was trying too hard. I like the main girl, but I've liked her ever since her
she's
Sweet
good.
Life of Zack and Cody days.
And I can't ever remember what her name is.
It's like Zoe something.
Oh yeah. Anyways, we're getting off track.
I liked this movie. I thought this was a really good, and I thought this. I'm hoping this can be. I gave Set It Up a chance because like, you know what? I liked The Boys I Loved Before. Let's watch us Set It Up, and I didn't like Set It Up.
It's crazy because we're basically the exact opposite. Like, I loved Set It Up. It's on my list as an honorable mention, but
so it's not on your list.
Yeah, right. And that movie, I think I gave it a 3. I haven't actually done my video review yet, but I was just I did not like it, especially after seeing Crazy Rich Asians, which is amazing, and then that one's just like. I don't know. I didn't get it. Oh, well. That was your what? Number 6 or 7?
No, 7.
Okay.
My number 6 is Mission Impossible Fallout.
That's going to be a punt as well.
Okay.
All right. My number 5 is Christopher Robin.
That's my number 5 as well.
We always do at least one.
This is probably going to be our number 1.
Freaking Christopher Robin, man. I don't think I was excited about it as you were.
It was in my top 10 anticipated.
Yeah. But Ewan McGregor, I just found this movie really charming. I think I liked it than most people because some people just said it was average. It does. take a while to get into it. It's slow at the
If
beginning.
you can get through the first 20 minutes of this movie, you're in for a treat.
Once Pooh shows up.
Once Pooh shows back up, because technically it's at the beginning
That's
of
true,
it.
yeah.
And I liked how they did it, though, with it shows like a montage of Edwin McGregor's life ever since he left 100 Acre Woods. And I liked everything I saw in the movie. I liked Christopher Robin. Like I said, Edwin McGregor was great. Sign him up for Obi-Wan movie, Disney. Pooh was just hilarious. Everything. Balta. And Eeyore.
Also great.
Sounds like a good day to be kidnapped. I mean, everything Eeyore said was hilarious.
Yeah.
And like I said, this movie I loved it. It put a smile on my face the entire movie.
I agree.
And also got Haley Atwell as Christopher Robin's wife, who's Peggy Carter. So
yeah, there wasn't much for her to do in this movie,
but she's hot.
But she is pretty hot,
and she's British. So.
But yeah, it's adorable, funny. I thought the characters looked like stuffed animals, which was good. They didn't look like weird CGI Smurfs running around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really liked this movie. That's my number 5.
Okay.
And your number 5, so I guess I'll do my number 4.
That's how the show works.
Which is Solo, a Star Wars story.
Okay.
Which was your...
Number 9.
Number 9, all right. So we're like this a little more than you. I don't get all the hate for this movie, because I really, really like this movie. It's one of my favorite of the new Star Wars movies. And I liked pretty much everything about it. There's a few little nitpicky things, but... I thought that Aaron Aldenwright pulls off his own version of Han Solo. There was some things that felt like you could see the Han Solo character coming through, but it wasn't like he was doing an imitation of Harrison Ford or anything. And I really liked Emilia Clarke in this movie. It was a good save for her from past movies.
Terminator Genisys.
And the Me Before You or whatever, a few movies she's had.
I thought you liked that movie.
I do like it, but I can see why people don't like her in that movie. But yeah, I liked the cast. I thought it was a good movie. I can't wait to get it on Blu-ray. I just looked actually yesterday. I was like, when is this movie coming out on Blu-ray? I'm ready to watch it again. We still got 3 more weeks, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie too. I mean, I think it's the 3rd best Star Wars movie of the Disney era, because I think Rogue One's the best. I think Force Awakens second, and then I go with Solo, and then Last Jedi's obviously 4th. And I like the characters in it. I liked what they did. I kind of liked how they made the universe bigger in Star Wars, where it wasn't all about Jedi. I'm glad they explored more of the crime world. If I was going to go through the negatives, I would say Vision is not great in the movie.
Vision?
Yeah. The villain.
Oh, I was sitting there going, Vision? What are we talking
the guy who
about?
plays Vision?
I got you.
Yeah.
Gosh, now I can't think of his name either. Paul Bettany.
Yeah, Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
I thought Paul Bettany, which,
Yeah.
I mean, he was brought in last minute to do that role. The train heist is really good. I don't people...
Well, you mentioned Woody Harrelson. He's great in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. I mean, he's Woody Harrelson in the movie. And that can be a positive and a negative, because, sometimes when I want to go on to a Star Wars movie, I don't want to think of actors and characters. Like Harrison Ford, he's Han Solo to me. When I see Mark Hamill, he's Luke Skywalker. When I see Woody Harrelson in a Star Wars movie, I'm like, oh, there's Woody Harrelson in Star Wars.
Don't you think it's insane, though, that this was the biggest Star Wars flop of all time, and the Meg made more money than this movie in 2 weeks than in its entire run?
Yeah, well,
no one went and saw this movie.
I know. I don't really understand it. I think I think a lot of people are boycotting Star Wars because of Last Jedi. There's a lot of crazy people out there who attack human beings for being an actor in these roles. And I this is not the show, but this is a public service announcement saying, people, let's be better people to each other. We have an idiot in the White House who attacks people for no reason. Let's be good people. I understand.
Did Trump attack someone from Star Wars?
No, but he attacked he attacks people daily for no reason.
Oh, okay.
So, but
we're getting a little off track here.
We are, but but I mean, that's just the environment we are as Star Wars fans. I mean, right now it's not even fun to be a Star Wars fan right now because of how negative the community is to certain actors and everything. Can we not just enjoy the things we love? Can I like the prequels? Can you hate the prequels? And can we all just get along?
Or the other way around.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think there's just a lot of hatred.
But also, I don't like being grouped in with racist when I don't like certain parts of Last Jedi, and I don't like that character. You don't like that character either. I like
her acting in the movie. I don't like her.
Oh, okay.
I don't think the character's bad. I think the reason why the character was perceived as bad as she was because they forced a romance on us with her and Rose.
Just like your favorite character was Finn, and now that you've seen Last Jedi, you backed off of that because it's poorly written. His character is poorly written.
My thing with that is my favorite character now, because we're only 2 films into this new trilogy, okay?
Yeah.
So my favorite character right now is Kylo Ren.
Okay.
He's my favorite character. Finn was my favorite character for just seeing one movie.
All right.
So, I mean, things change with me with Star Wars every day, and you can. That's one thing I love about Star Wars. You can find new things to love about it. You can find new stuff to hate about it. And I don't even want to talk about that new TV show coming out.
Well, let's get back to Solo. After we went and saw Last Jedi, I was like, don't really want to see this again. We bought it on Blu-ray, watched it once. This movie, I'm ready to get on Blu-ray and watch again. So it's a good movie.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree. I gave it an A-, which is a 4 out of 5 on your crazy
that's right.
stupid
And that's
scale.
what I gave it as well, a 4 out of 5.
So, yeah.
All right.
So my number 4, I'm assuming it's not on your list, and that's Incredibles 2.
It's not. It was number 11. I bumped it out for Tully. I agree. Just so disappointing. I just don't think it was nearly as good as the first film. It's very predictable. Listen to
the Pixar hater over here.
The villains are lame. I liked it. I'll probably buy this on Blu-ray. It's just it wasn't as good as the first one.
Okay, well, anyways, Incredibles 2 sequel, 14 years in the making. I mean, I'm happy this film finally got made. I love the first movie. I agree the second movie's not as good as the first movie, but I think there's a lot of great stuff in the movie. I love the whole spy element into it, which is what Brad Bird would do. Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, and I liked the journey of Mr. Incredible in the movie. And that's one thing I'm shocked that you didn't love, because you usually are a sucker for this kind of story.
I like
of Mr. Incredible. He's just trying to be a good dad. And yeah, I mean the movie is gorgeous as always with Pixar, and how this movie is not on your list. And
you said all good things, but you've left out the negatives.
The villain, it's the villain. We went over this when we did the top 10 movies of the year so far.
Mm-hmm. And
once again I'll use the same argument. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, we'll watch really bad villains, and we don't ever discredit them. Like Iron Man. Is Jeff Bridges a good villain in that movie? No, he's not a good villain. There is all kinds of bad villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but we don't say, well, the movie's terrible because the villain's terrible. And
I think
that's kind of your argument,
because we get 3 Marvel movies a year, whereas we get an Incredibles once every decade at this point. So,
and I enjoyed the movie, and yeah, that's all I want to say about Incredibles. It was incredible.
Yeah, I liked it too. All right, my number 3 is Mission Impossible Fallout.
Okay, that was my number 6.
All right. I know we disagree on the ranking of Mission Impossible. We both agree it was a really good movie. Tom Cruise is amazing. The action is fantastic. Keep you on the edge of your seat for most of the movie. That freaking fight scene in the bathroom is incredible. I freaking love this movie. I think it's the best of the Mission Impossible.
I mean, the thing about it is, it's more of Ethan Hunt's. I like the last Mission Impossible movie more, just because it feels like it's a more team movie. There's more components to it. This movie, it's more of an Ethan Hunt. It's a more Tom Cruise show movie. I mean, there's some great moments, but a lot of it, I think I agree with some people's assessment of the Mission Impossible films. You don't give a shit about the story anymore. all you give a shit about is Tom Cruise doing these crazy stunts, watching him run from one place to the end. I mean, when he was running in this movie, I was sweating just watching him. Maybe it was partly the theater was so hot, but you just get exhausted watching Tom Cruise run. And whenever he's like, what are you doing? I'm about to jump out a window. He's like, oh, I'm looking at the wrong angle. I mean, it's got funny moments in there. And I like Rebecca Ferguson coming back as Ilsa. I thought her character, I thought she was a great female character in the movie. But I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I don't think it's better than the last movie.
It's not getting to like Fast and Furious levels of just pure insanity or anything. But I will agree, this one has less story, more action compared to the last film. It's just, maybe I'm just a sucker for amazing action. I think it's some of the best action scenes we've seen in years, so maybe that's why I love it more. But I really like this movie. That's my number 3.
Okay. My number 3 was a punt from your, I don't remember. I think it was your number 8. But so my number 3 is Black Klansman.
Yeah, that was my number 8.
I love this movie. A lot of this, I mean, this is not probably an appropriate movie for a top 10 summer list, but in my opinion, summer was terrible this year, and there really wasn't much to look forward to with this horrible really summer. Because I went into seeing Black Klansman and a Spike Lee film, which you were hating on. I mean, I remember from the beginning.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to go watch this movie.
And I thought the main guy, who's Denzel's son, had a lot of the Denzel characteristics in his movies. And it's just crazy to see that Denzel's son is now being in Spike Lee films after Denzel was in so many Spike Lee films.
I have a feeling he'll be getting a breakout role nomination in the Easy Cage Award shows this year.
Yeah, probably.
I've got a feeling.
Yeah, but he was great in it. But I also liked Adam Driver in the movie, and I thought Adam Driver did a really good job. I mean, Adam Driver, he is a good actor.
He is.
I think of all the actors who have been in or in the new Star Wars films, just I'm gonna say the trilogy of Star Wars films. Mm-hmm. I think Adam Driver is going to have the best career out of all of them.
Because we just haven't seen anything else from Daisy Ridley yet.
Well, I mean, but I don't know. Adam Driver has proven to do all kinds of things. I mean, he did Logan Lucky. I didn't love the movie, but he was fun. He had some funny moments in that movie. You look at the romance movie you like, where he's just the best friend to Harry Potter.
What If?
What If?
Oh,
he's great in that. He did good in that. Apparently, what my brother told me about Girls, that TV show, he was the best part of the show.
Yes.
So, and then Star Wars, I mean, I think he plays such a great villain. So he's got such a great, and also Silence. He's great dramatically as well in with Andrew Garfield.
Christ, I never watched that. Did you watch that movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I really like that movie. But yeah, absolutely love Black Klansman, and then I also like I kind of like the stories at the end. And I like I said, I enjoyed the movie.
I really liked the movie too. And like you said, I almost didn't even go see it. But then when it was getting critical acclaim, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go check this out. And it's really good. It's definitely a drama with some things of like some dark comedy. Like when you're watching it, you're like, should I laugh at this? I mean,
well, someone was asking me about the movie. They said, well, I don't really go to see comedies. But it's not a comedy. It's got comedic moments in the movie, but it's more of a drama.
And it's like uncomfortable comedic moments sometimes.
You're just like, I feel bad for laughing at that.
When he sees the little article in the newspaper and calls up the Klan, starts talking, and I felt like Adam Driver when he was just slowly turning around looking at him. But yeah, I really liked the movie. I had some minor nitpicks, but it's...
Well, isn't it crazy, though, at the end, whenever they show the actual guy, David Duke, isn't it weird that how much him and Topher Grace kind of look like each other?
Topher Grace, and I didn't mention this in my review of the movie because I completely forgot. He was amazing in this movie, Topher Grace. It was super creepy. And then I watched an interview of him on one of the late night shows and talking about what he had to do to, like, be this character, and it's crazy. He said he made himself sick almost, getting into this character. But yeah, he was great in the movie. But yeah, it's a good movie.
That's my number 3.
All right, my number 2, a movie you did not go see, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
This is what I referred to earlier about. There's another film in this list that I'm not going to be happy with.
I love this movie, and I like this movie so much more than the last Jurassic World, and it does so much to set up the future of Jurassic World And I get people's little nitpickies about the villains being super villainous, but really, at this point, I mean, that happens in a crap ton of movies, and I just don't care about that. I love the movie. I love J.A. Bayona's touches all throughout the movie. Like, the second half of the movie felt like a creepy J.A. Bayona, like, horror movie. And the first half of the movie felt like a crazy Jurassic Park action movie. I will say, I do, after I've seen this twice now, and I plan on getting on Blu-ray next week, and watching it again, I do have problems with Chris Pratt's character. The more I think about it, there's no character building for him.
No.
He's just there to look pretty.
No.
But his relationship with Blue is amazing in this movie. And I loved it. And they got rid of all the annoying stuff of Jurassic World that I hated. The kid actor in this movie is great. The crappy ones from the last movie, we get no mention of them. They're gone. They got eaten by the dinosaurs off camera, I think. So, yeah, I freaking love this movie.
Well, the kids don't ever return for Jurassic Park
You can't
movies.
judge. Yes, they do. The kids return
They
in
don't
the
return-
Lost World.
They don't return. They don't return to the Park of the Dinosaurs, though.
That's true.
They're in the Jurassic Park 2. They just show up at the beginning.
Well, I was afraid for a little bit that we might get them. You didn't see this movie, so you can't judge. I loved it. There's a girl.
I can't judge. I can absolutely judge.
There's a girl. You can't judge a movie if you haven't seen it.
Yes, I can.
Why? How? How would you judge a movie you haven't
judge
seen?
movies all the time. Like,
Okay.
no, it looks too old. I can't go see that.
Okay, but that's one thing. But you can't say the movie's bad, is what I'm saying, because you haven't seen it, so you don't know.
It looks terrible. If it comes on TV, I'll record it and watch it and probably hate it. And, you know, last year you gave me a lot of credit for not watching Transformers because you know I was going to go in there and hate it.
That was different, though.
And then I saw the trailers for Jurassic World. It didn't sell me. The whole point of a movie trailer is to sell me. The Rotten Tomatoes told me the movie is not worth seeing. So I said, no thank you. I have not seen Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. No thank you. Goodbye.
I'm pretty sure the Rotten Tomatoes score hovered around 50-60 the whole time. I think it's at 50 right now.
Well, the movie has to hit 60 for me to go see a movie.
And the difference between this and Transformers, the last mini Transformers you've hated. So at that point, yes, I was like, why go and see more Transformers? You know you're going to hate it.
I haven't liked a Jurassic Park
liked
movie.
Jurassic World.
I haven't liked a
Go
Jurassic
back.
Park movie since
Go watch his review, people.
Blah, 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 blah. I haven't liked a Jurassic Park movie. Really loved a Jurassic Park movie since the first movie. And I don't want to keep going back and being disappointed with a movie that is not as good as the original Jurassic Park movie.
The Jurassic Park movie, the first one, is a masterpiece. It is top 5 movie of all time. That is such a high standard that you're never going to reach again. Unless Steven Spielberg himself comes down and is like, I'm going to make a Jurassic Park movie.
That's not even true in that regard. Because
I love
Steven
Lost
Spielberg
World.
directed Lost World, and I like... In my defense, I know I'm probably wrong in this, but I'd rather watch Jurassic Park 3 because it's a lot stupider and a lot more fun than Jurassic Park 2. In Jurassic Park 2, I'm just like, Jeff Goldblum sucks in this movie.
Well, this is not Jurassic World talk, but I will say that you're very contradicting yourself all over the place. But everybody wants to go watch his review for Jurassic World. He says he hasn't liked the Jurassic Park movie since the first one. Look how excited he is in the review when he reviews Jurassic World and how much he does.
Glad you watch my reviews. Every time you say me, you go back and you just analyze every word I say.
This one, particularly, yes, I've seen this review multiple times because it drives me insane when you say stuff like, I haven't liked a single Jurassic Park movie since the first one, when you're clearly on there going, this movie's amazing. I love this movie. It's fantastic. The entire review. You gave it like a 4 out of 5, if I remember correctly.
Anyways, I'm moving on.
Let's do it.
Okay. My number 2, which should be a lot higher on your list, and that is Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, it's number 9.
Yeah, this should be a lot higher on your list.
I loved Crazy Rich Asians.
You're telling me The Meg is better than Crazy Rich Asians.
It's more of a summer movie than Crazy Rich Asians.
Well, I don't look at it as a summer list. I look at it as more of the best movies that came out between the months of May till August.
In your opinion.
Anyways, Crazy Rich Asians. I'm just so happy this movie got made because one thing, I said this in my review, one thing I'm glad about this movie is that Hollywood didn't just throw a Tom Cruise in this movie just so this movie can get made. And I'm really happy that movies like this can get made with an actual authentic cast. I liked all the characters in there. I thought the main two stars had really great chemistry. I really Awkwafina. I thought she had some funny moments in the movie. I like the gay cousin of the guy. Like I said, I thought this whole cast was good, and this movie really made me want to eat Chinese food. I know that might sound really racist, but there's a lot of food. And I was starving after this movie.
The cinematography, I mean, there was a whole scene when they were doing that whole food section where I was like, holy crap, that food looks amazing. And they purposely did that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, part of the movie is like tourism. I got to feel like wherever they're at, like Thailand or something, they've got to really like talk it up like crazy because Singapore, yeah, it's like a tourism ad for Singapore at times. I really like this movie as well, and I think a lot of people said, well, it's just a rom-com, everybody's just praising it because it's the Asian cast. I went into this thinking, okay, I'm just going to judge the movie for the movie. I don't care about the Asian cast. It's great for diversity in Hollywood, like you said, and the cast is fantastic, and like you said, the leads have great chemistry. But there were several scenes in this movie where I felt like this stepped it above for a rom-com for me. It didn't get When Harry Met Sally levels for me, but it's up there. Like it's one of the better rom-coms of the last 10 years, really. And I freaking loved the movie. I thought it was great.
I had a smile on my entire face watching this movie. I thought the cast was great. And like I said in my review, this movie doesn't break new grounds for the rom-com genre. Absolutely not. But this movie, it's just great with the whole diversity, and we can get more films like this. This movie's already got greenlit for a sequel.
Yep.
So
it's based on a trilogy of books.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't really need a second movie. But if we get one and it's just as good as the first one, then I'll be happy. If it's a second movie and it really drops off, then I won't be too happy because that kind of ruins the legacy of the first movie, kind of like Kingsman: The Golden Circle did, the first Kingsman movie.
Maybe a third Kingsman can fix that. Well, you know what's crazy about this that they were talking about on Movie Talk? Netflix offered to buy this movie and greenlit it for 2 sequels right off the bat. I think it was like $100 million for the first movie, and they turned it down. That is crazy cojones because a lot of these places would have been like, okay. And Netflix is going out of their way to get all the rom-coms because there's just not rom-coms in theaters anymore. So it's good that this came out in theaters. It's doing well, and because if this would have came out to Netflix, it would have been the best Netflix movie so far by a mile.
Instead, we have To All the Boys I Loved Before. It's the best.
I'm gonna go with Set It Up, but
movie.
Okay.
Okay, that's my number 2. So I know what your number 1 is.
My number 1 is Deadpool 2.
Okay.
this wasn't on your list?
No.
Wow.
You know I didn't really enjoy Deadpool 2 that much.
That's right. I remember
because we were sitting in the car after you dropped off your sister and your brother-in-law, and I was just like, oh, okay. After they're gone, did you really love this movie? And you're like, yeah, I did. I was like, oh, okay.
I like this better than the first one. I thought it was funnier.
I think you're crazy.
I thought the action was better than the first one. You can tell they upped the budget a little bit. And, yeah, I freaking loved it. Ryan Reynolds, I almost said Ryan Gosling. You know what a Ryan Gosling Deadpool would be? So weird. Ryan Reynolds was made to play this character. And, yeah, I freaking loved it. The scene with the X-Force. I mean, I cannot wait.
That's the best part. What's one of the best parts of the movie? It's like, wow, man, who got so bad like this? Everyone told you it was going to go this way.
The end credit scenes are amazing. I love the way it pokes fun, the same way the first movie did. But I just
Academy for your recognition.
It's just. So good. This is another movie that's coming out here in a couple weeks. Oh, no, it's already out. I haven't got it on Blu-ray. I might get it tomorrow, actually. I'm pumped to see it again. Because I want to see apparently there was a bunch of stuff they cut out, and on this new Blu-ray, it has all the footage, like 15 minutes of footage, put back into the movie. That's rare when they do that. That's a Batman v Superman tactic. So, I'm interested to check out the extended version, but yeah, this was my favorite movie of the summer, not counting Infinity War because
Infinity War's not a summer movie.
It's not a summer movie because it came out in April.
Spring movie.
Yeah, which is crazy. But yeah, I loved this movie. It was super funny. I'm interested to see what your number one is.
Well, I have a few other words to say about Deadpool 2.
Okay.
I thought it was a better comedy than a superhero movie. I didn't like that we saw Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool face instead of the actual Deadpool mask. And really, that's all I got to say about Deadpool 2. I thought it was so overrated.
All right. Well,
Do you have any guesses at what my number one is?
No, I'm sitting here looking through my list, and I'm like,
wow, man, I got the advantage just like you did last week.
Yeah.
Whenever you said Alita Battle Angel, my number one movie of the summer, it's Upgrade.
oh my God! And you're giving me crap for Jurassic World. Upgrade is a piece of garbage. I wouldn't even put it in my top 50 movies of the summer, and I ain't even seen 50 movies.
I absolutely loved Upgrade. Now, did I give this movie an A+? No. I didn't give any movie this summer A+, which is weird for me.
What did you give this movie?
I gave this movie an A. So, like I said, this movie I thought broke so many grounds. I thought, first off, the movie was made for cheap. It was a Blumhouse horror film,
And you can tell.
and it was made for cheap. Absolutely. I thought the main actor was great. I thought the supporting cast. I know you complained about the supporting cast of this movie, and guess what? A lot of people agree more with me than they agree with you. I hate. This movie was so inventive. I loved the way it was the sci-fi, and at the end, it became a complete and utter horror movie. It became a movie monster in this movie. So I absolutely loved Upgrade. I thought this movie was just incredible. I thought, like I said, this movie is going to be the Edge of Tomorrow in a few years. It's going to be a movie. It's just a cult classic, and it is certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. So get fucked.
I was
what's higher? 86 on Critical Fresh and 86% users. What were you gonna say something, Rainey?
I was looking up to see. You said more people agreed with you than me. I wanted to see the audience score, not the critical score, because I remember it did get a high critical score. Yeah, I guess I'm in the minority, man. I thought this movie was complete garbage.
Now let's look up that Jurassic World.
It's in the 50s, I think, or 60s. I don't know. Let's just agree to disagree on these two. I don't feel so bad about putting Fallen Kingdom up so high when you got this garbage dump fire here.
50%
50.
tomato meter, 54% on the audience
just
score.
So cheap. I know we've had this discussion before, but the supporting cast is miserable. It's just god awful. We sat there and we were in agony for the entire movie.
I just don't know what you were watching. I saw this movie. I was in theater by myself, and I absolutely had such a great time with it. Logan, like I said, I thought the main actor,
he's good.
I thought he was incredible. I liked how they used some of the technology in the world. I liked how when he's fighting, his
cool.
face was falling, his hands just completely kill these people. So I mean, I thought this movie was just incredible. So, guys, we're going to have to wrap this episode up, and we're going to do a 2-part podcast episode because we've run a little late. So, we'll be back in a moment.
Oh.